First of all, I think you're one of the few bands that on stage can recreate the sound of the album. So, how do you manage this aspect? Because sometimes there is a lot of post-production, a lot of overdubbing, something.
Well, we do a lot of overdubs as well, but we pick the really important parts and we make sure that we recreate that live. It gets tough when you overdub a lot of different vocal parts. But now that we have three singers, Daniel is also a singer as well. So there's three of us, and it makes it tough sometimes. But it's also, it's a good challenge. We're all figuring out who's going to sing what part at what time they're going to do harmonizing, and at what time we're going to sing apart from each other. And
yeah. Then his guitar tech, Timmy, comes on stage and plays with us sometimes because he's a better musician than all of us, I think. So he comes on, if you need a 12 strings to add some body or something, he's that. If you got musicians there, come on,
jump up on stage and grab an acoustic and fill up that sound.
I noticed that in this last album there is more fuzzy sound rather than the last one. Have you changed anything in your setup in the guitar parts or something similar?
We started tuning down to, some of the stuff is in A sharp. We went way down. Okay. And it's fun, it's fun tuning down there. It's tough to stay in tune when you get down that low. Strings tend to get a little floppy. Yeah. But when you get the sound and it's nice and tight and you've got the part recorded, you wind up with this low frequency that you can turn up that low frequency and all of a sudden you've got this very impactful sound.
And for the rock tunes, the really crunchy kind of rock tunes, what we use on stage, it definitely translates in the studio because we use a Gibson guitar, but we load them up with EMG pickups and those are awesome for making good crunchy. EMG pickups with the Mesa Boogie amp is magic.
Something more metal than
a little more metal. Absolutely.
About the instrument amplifiers you've used to record this album, you use on stage, have you changed anything?
We use a mix between Mesa Boogie, Marshall, Vox, and then we just tend to use a blend. And then we leave that to whoever mixes which song, whether it's Randy Staub or whether it's Chris Lord Alger or whoever's mixing it, to determine which element they want more of. And then sometimes if it's off balance, we'll call them and get a little tweak in there.
Okay. In live we use that too. So.
Okay, so on stage you have always complicated system made of switching and something.
It's essentially complicated where, to the point now where I don't think I could figure it out if I had to. Our guitar tech is pretty sharp at that, but it's, you have your amps, you like your dirty sound, and then I don't particularly enjoy the clean sound, so I'll switch over to the Fender, right? And that essentially that way. So it does switch back and forth, but this time around, actually, our guys we had these triple rectifier heads. We used to have this big road case, and they got rid of them and found these old rack triple rectifier Mesa Boogie rack mounts, and so now we're gonna go with that. Those sound fantastic too.
But I think that what we try to do is we try to give Oris, who mixes our front of house sound, we try to give him as many options as possible. Yeah. So we've got a microphone in front of the Mesa Boogie, we've got a microphone in front of the Marshall, and if the room is low endy and boomy, he'll use less of the Boogie and use more of the Marshall to cut. If the room is really bright and high endy, and he needs to get more depth out of the arena, then he'll just turn up the Mesa Boogie sound and bring down the Marshall sound to fill it out.
Great.
Thank you.